guys, it's Daniel Odio, and I'm trying an experiment. This is going to be the first of what hopefully will be many videos that I'm going to do on the road. For anybody who lives in San Francisco, you know, you can often have really long drives between the city and the South Bay. So between San Francisco and Palo Alto or Mountain View, that kind of a thing. And really what I want to do is start practicing what I've been preaching, which you know, I've been practicing a little bit, but not enough, and that's the capturing of content. I really believe in the power of capturing knowledge whenever possible, and then sharing that. And one of the things that I've been encouraging others to do that I've been remiss on is using social cam as a platform to do that. And what I mean is that for the first time with these smartphones, we really have the ability to, you know, be like little mini walking movie studios capturing all sorts of content. And it's still a pretty clunky process. There's not a super great way to do it, but there is an app that I absolutely love called Social Cam that will allow you to take videos like this and then share them in all sorts of interesting ways. So for example, you can take the video and you can share it on Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or all three, or you can share it via email, or you can share it to your followers on Social Cam. You can also share it via text message. So all of a sudden, you can take a piece of content, take a video, and then share it to the world all in one step. And that's what's so revolutionary about using Social Cam on your phone to capture content, is not only the taking of the video, but the ability to then share that with anybody who might be interested. So let me tell you what some of the different use cases are for using this. Just last weekend, I was back in Washington, D.C., where I'm from, and I was talking to this gentleman named Sean Adams. Sean purchased the real estate company from me that I used to run. And Sean and I were talking about all the expertise that's in his head and in the heads of his realtors, all the realtors that work for him, and how hard it is to get that out to the world. And we talked about using Social Cam as a platform so that when Sean is in the car driving to see a client, he can do a video like this. And I thought, heck, I should also be doing that same exact thing that I'm recommending that he does. So I purchased a little stand. I'm not going to show it to you now because I'm driving, but actually I've got the box, so I'll just show you the box because I literally just took it out of the box. So this was 20 bucks on Amazon, and it's a great, highly rated, secure way to hold the iPhone. You know, it has a suction cup. And I'm literally just doing a Social Cam video as I drive. You know, the video is right next to where I'm watching the road, so it feels like it's, you know, pretty safe. And I can share content. So this first piece of content that I really want to share with you is just kind of at a meta level to tell you what I'm going to be doing on a regular basis, which is to use Social Cam to share content. And the first thing in that kind of series is, if you have expertise or knowledge in your head, you should use Social Cam to get it out of your head and into the hands of people that can benefit from it. That is the true power of social. It's not to put ads on Facebook. The true power of social, in my definition, is to get the knowledge out of the heads of the experts that have it and into the hands of the people that can consume it and use it and gain value from it. And I hope that Sean does that with the real estate company. I was also talking to my brother-in-law, who's a chiropractor. His name is Dalbir Betty, and I was saying, you know, you've got a lot of very specific domain knowledge as a chiro. You can and should be doing videos like this to talk about what some things are that have been happening in your field. So what some new technologies are, some new treatments are, things like that. Also, it would be awesome for somebody like Dal, who's the chiropractor, to have something like this, a setup like this in his office, so that his clients can take videos about what their experience is like. So, you know, obviously it's not something to force on a client, and Sean could do the same thing as a real estate company, but to give clients the opportunities to just rave about how great their experience has been. Another beautiful thing about using Social Cam specifically as the app to do that through is that then your clients can share the video on their Facebook walls. They can authenticate through Facebook with their credentials, and then when they take a video like this and they talk about how great the real estate service has been or how great the chiropractic service has been, they can share that right through Social Cam right after they're done with the video on their Facebook walls. And now all of a sudden their 200 friends are seeing them talk about how great you are as a realtor or as a chiropractor or whatever specialty field you're in. And that's where social gets really interesting. Another nice thing about SocialCam is that you can embed this video on a blog, which I'm going to do. I'm going to embed this video on my blog. And what I'm looking for next is a way to transcribe this video into text. That way I can get Google SEO credit from this video that I'm doing. Google is very thirsty for original content. It doesn't have a really good way to get into the content of videos today. So I'm sure there's some kind of an automated transcription service out there that will allow me to get these videos quickly and efficiently transcribed into text. And then what I'll do is I'll embed the video on a blog post, and below that video I'll put basically a transcript, all the text of what I said. Google will then SEO all of that original text, and my blog will get the credit from Google for that original content. So, by the way, I'm surprised that there isn't a startup that's already doing this, and if there is, I'd love to know about it, where I could literally just upload the SocialCam video, or even better, the SocialCam video would be automatically found and transcribed for me. I'd be happy to pay for a service like that. So if you're an entrepreneur, I think that transcribing video into text is a really great opportunity, simply because Google gives so much value to original content, and this is such a great way to make a lot of original content. So that's really it for today. The kind of main lessons for this first one are, number one, if you have domain-specific expertise and knowledge in your head, find a way to get it out to the world. SocialCam is a really great video or app to use to do that. It runs on the iPhone, and it also is great because it allows this content to be uploaded, hosted by SocialCam, and then shared out through Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all sorts of other authentication methods. And it can be embedded into a blog, and then if you can find a way to transcribe it, you're golden. So hope this is interesting. If you don't know my blog, again, I'm Daniel Odio. My blog is just danielodio.com, DANIELODIO.com. I'm an entrepreneur, CEO of a company called Socialize out here in San Francisco. Great to do this first one. I'm excited to do more. Ciao.